Hello and welcome to Animated Education. Today we are going to continue solving problems connected with units of measure. So, let's solve this problem. Antarctica is roughly semicircular with a radius of 2000 kilometers. The average thickness of its ice cover is 3000 meters. How many cubic centimeters of ice does Antarctica contain? So, the first thing to do is to understand that we are asked to find its volume in cubic centimeters. Also, I want to add something to this problem, and we also calculate it in cubic kilometers. So, here's what we need to do. The first thing to do is to write a formula to calculate its volume. So the volume is PR square times, this will give us an area of that object, times its height h, and because it is semicircular we need to divide it by 2. This gives us that we'll be calculating volume with this formula. Now we need to know what our radius and what our height is. So radius is 2000 kilometers. So we could multiply it by 100 and we would have 2 times 10 to the 6th power meters. That's how much meters it is. I like using base SI units if it's possible in the problem. It is usually convenient, but not always. So, and our height is 3000 meters, it was given. So now we need to plug our numbers in here, and we get that the volume of the ice is 3.14 times 2 times 10 to the 6th power square, don't forget this square, times 3000. You could also write this as 3 times 10 to the power of 3 and divide it all by 2. Now, once you calculated this, you'll get that this is equal to 1.884 times 10 to the power of 16 cubic meters. However, we are asked to find the volume in cubic centimeters. Now, here's how I remember this conversion, okay? Volume is length times width times a height. Now, 1 cubic meter is 1 times 1 times 1, and this is 1 cubic meter. Now, to do that, 1 meter contains 100 centimeters. So 100 times 100 times 100 is 10 to the power of 6, and this gives us cubic centimeters. So in order to get cubic centimeters from cubic meters, we need to multiply it by 10 to the power of 6. And we would get that our final answer is 1.884 times 10 to the power of 22 cubic centimeters. This is cubic centimeters. Now, if we want to find our volume in cubic kilometers, 1 meter is 0.001 kilometer, because 1 kilometer contains 1000 meters. So multiply it 3 times and we get that this is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9, and this is cubic kilometers. So our answer in cubic meters, this answer, we need to multiply it by 10 to the power of negative 9. So once we do that, we would get that our answer is 1.884 times 10 to the power of 16 times 10 to the power of minus 9, and this gives us 1.884 times 16 minus 9, this will be 7, so 10 to the power of 7 cubic kilometers. This would be our answer. Okay, so consider the following. Gold, which has a density of 19.32 grams per cubic centimeter. So rho is equal to 19.32 grams per cubic centimeter, is the most ductile metal and can be pressed into a thin leaf or drawn out into a long fiber. If a sample of gold with a mass of 27.63 grams, so our mass is 27.63 grams, is pressed into a leaf of 1 micrometer thickness, so 1 micrometer, what is the area of the leaf? So we need to calculate the area. So the first thing to do would be to get a volume of our gold sample. So because we have density and mass, so the volume would be mass divided by the density. Now, once we have our volume, we can easily calculate an area, because volume is also equal to an area times our thickness. From this we get that our area is mass divided by density and thickness. Before plugging our numbers in, we need to convert these units into base SI units. So let's first deal with our density. The density in kilograms per cubic meter would be 19.32 grams per cubic centimeter. Let's divide it by 1000, and this will give us kilograms per cubic centimeter. Now we need to know how many centimeters are in 1 cubic meter. So let's do the same thing as I did in previous example, because 1 meter has 100 centimeters, and this gives us 10 to the power of minus 6. So we need to multiply it by 10 to the power of 6, and this gives us that the density of gold is 19,320 kilograms per cubic meter. Now our mass is in grams, so we can simply divide it by 1000 and we would get kilograms. So our mass is equal to 27.63 grams, and if you divide it by 1000 you'll get kilograms, and this will give us 0.02763 kilograms. Now all that's left is to convert our thickness into meters. So because we have 1 micrometer, it is the same thing as 10 to the power of minus 6 meters, because micro gives us 10 to the power of minus 6. Now, once we have all our numbers in base SI units, we can put them in our equation. So, when we do that, we get that our area is 1.43 square meters. That's our final answer. Now, fortnight is equal to 2 weeks. So, how many microseconds are in fortnight? So, we know that this is equal to 1 fortnight is equal to 2 weeks, so it's 14 days. 14 days, and that would give us now our time in microseconds, how much it will be. So 14 days times 24 hours in 1 day times 60 minutes times 60 seconds times 10 to the power of 6, because this is microseconds. Okay, so this is days, hours, minutes, seconds, and this is micro. And our answer is 1.2096 times 10 to the power of 12 microseconds. That's how many microseconds are in 1 fortnight.